Hey, Greyhawk channel, what's going on? It's us, it's that wacky cast and crew of the Valley of Soot and Skull, and we are here this Saturday evening, which is always an alright night for fighting, to do a little bit more fisticuffs, a little bit more RPG, as we go into our penultimate episode of the Valley of Soot and Skull, right here on the Greyhawk channel. And as we go around, I want to talk to our crew real quick. Let's go around and talk to the cast, see what they're doing, see how they're feeling, see how this Saturday night is treating them, and whether or not the next couple hours is going to be fun, it's going to be neutral, or it's going to be evil, or neutral evil, or whatever your alignment happens to be. But first, let's jump straight up to Lauren. Lauren, speaking of neutral evil, how are you doing?
Hi, Greg.
Hey.
I'm doing great. I'm doing super well. Not neutral evil. I'm an angel. Hi, yes, Lauren, that's Salty Ginger over on Twitter. And tonight I am playing Billy, the bard, half-elf bard, child of chaos, probably. Who knows with her. But I'm really excited for everything that's happening right now, especially seeing our good buddy who gave our crew our name. I'm super pumped. I'm ready to do this. Let's go.
Okay, you're super pumped. You're ready to rock and roll. Good things are afoot. As we go over to the blue-haired wonder, Eris, how are you doing this evening? A week removed from birthday weekend. How are you, and are you ready to rock and roll? I can hear you. I'm scooting over here since I can walk. I'm going to go pick up something. I'll be right back.
I am Eris Savad. I'm doing fairly well. It was a rough week. I actually got food poisoning on Monday, so that was fun. So no drinking tonight. My stomach's a little. Anyways, I am ready to rock and roll, and you know, I can't.
Disrespecting the sanctity of the intro.
I mean, you can't even stand here and listen to me, Greg.
I'm listening. I hear you every word you're saying. I'm moving around a little bit.
Power. No man
walking by back and forth.
DM Shane showed me the way. DM Shane showed me the way. You gotta stand up. You gotta take charge. You gotta dance if you want to dance. And that's what I'm doing. I'm standing now. It's a blatant abuse of power, sure, whatever. Fine.
You can't
That's
play
what
with
it is.
or else you're gonna distract your players.
I've heard that for many years, but okay, well that's good. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry about the food poisoning. I was listening. Sorry for the distractions.
Cool.
Speaking of a distraction, let's drop right down to Brew. Brew, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I was dealing with a pretty good cold. It started to develop starting this morning.
Okay,
and,
time out.
What?
Okay, Lauren, perfect. Eris, food poisoning. Brew, I have a cold. Listen, suck it up, people. I don't want to hear about your ailments. Everybody's got aches and pains. Let's do this thing. Let's do it right. Now, Brew, start over. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic. Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lauren. Tell me how I'm doing. No, I'm doing great. I'm ready to kill some stuff and get killed. Yay, team.
Yay, there we go. Awesome. And let's go right over to the man in the mask as we go to the tough end of where we're sandwiched here. We got tough, we've got complainers, and we're going to the tough end of our European people who are up in the middle of the night. And let's start with Pro. Pro, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. I just feel so bad right now. Kind of sad. Kind of in a blue mood. I'm super happy to be here though. Yay! Now, it's great to be back. Can't wait to get back into this. Saturday we're going to be ending soon because I love playing with everyone. I'm going to be playing Greyhawk, the cheery, lovable, long-range sniper archer, and see what this hand has to say for himself.
Absolutely. It's something that we've got to get to. As 7341 has stated his piece. And as we skip on up, we're going to talk to Heavenly. Heavenly, how are you doing this fine Sunday morning for you?
I'm doing well. There is some type of flying creature in my apartment that keeps flying around, like in my space. So if at any point I am looking off and like doing any type of movements with my hand, maybe like smacking, if you see my face just mutate in abject horror, that's what's happening. So
Pull out some monk moves. Come on.
Right. I think I speak for DM Shane here as far as generating some viewer traffic. If you could kind of rustle up like maybe an alien face hugger attack at some point during the show, I'm pretty sure that would send the VODs through the roof, as Shane would be able to reap the benefits of your untimely ingestation.
yeah, I'm wearing my
alien.
choker tonight, so I'm definitely ready to be choked by an alien. Aliens, get at me, choke me on camera. Do it for the views.
The phrasing tonight. The phrasing.
I love you guys.
I know what I'm about. I know what I'm about.
I mean,
Hey everybody, welcome to the Greyhawk channel.
I'll choke you, Heavenly.
Jesus.
All right, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that after.
All right. So everybody has said they're here. Everybody said that they're in various states of distraction and ailment. Some of them are sad. Lauren seems to be the only one that's got herself chipper and ready to rock and roll, with the exception of Pro's sarcasm. But here we are. And before we start, though,
Bridge,
I
what do you
welcome.
want?
You're right. I want to welcome you.
He's already getting into character here.
I want to welcome you to the Greyhawk channel, which is, believe it or not, it's a professionally run and streamed world of Dungeons and Dragons. Tonight, though, I want to talk to you, everybody. This is our penultimate episode for the Valley of Soot and Skull. And before we get into the meat of the story, I got to tell you, if you want 15% off your dice orders, I want you to go to Tabletop Loot. I want you to order the Saints Relic. They have done me well over the past couple days. And use the coupon code Greyhawk, and you will be able to get your 15% off. You will be able to have fight on Saturday nights or whatever night of the week you plan to do your dice rolling and your sword fighting. In addition to that, go to the Mistress of the Maps, our own Devin Rue, who is frequenting and lording over the Greyhawk channel with her wisdom and her kindness. Please go there, friends of the Greyhawk channel. Go to rueinc.com. You will be welcomed there and hugged by the Mistress of Maps herself, and you will be able to look at the wonderful things that she has created, both digitally and by hand, all of them fantastic and absolutely time intensive. Check out some of her videos of making them. It's amazing, amazing stuff. And finally, for our Twitch subscribers and our Patreon supporters, that's right, it's Cantrip Candles. Now, last week, what was our last week one? Gregarious? Was that it? No, it wasn't that. Well, this week it's Gregarious. This one smells like Gregarious, and which means TPK. It means whenever you're feeling gregarious, I want you to make sure that if you're a dungeon master, you wipe your party that night, because there's only one real way to fulfill that scent, is to go out, take the cleric out first. If you don't have a cleric, wipe out that druid or paladin, and then have your way with the rest of them as they scramble around and realize we really never were anything without those two. So as we now drill back down into the Valley of Soot and Skull, our gregarious candle over here ready for the sniffing, we are going to talk about what happened last week on the Valley of Soot and Skull. Now, as was the beginning of this shortened season of summer, through this, our penultimate episode, the group that you see before you was commissioned to go into and find the mythical Valley of Soot and Skull, hoping very much sent by Lord Homer to save the Shieldlands from an approaching demon army from the north. It was a long shot. It was a legend. It was a myth. If you can find it, rumor has it, fable has it, that upon going through the Valley of Soot and Skull, besting all of its trials and taking with you a consecrated, liege-blessed person, the last of their order, someone will be gifted godhood. And the hope of Lord Homer was that, 1, you would find it, 2, you could make it through, and 3, if blessed with the godhood, you would elect to use it to save the Shieldlands. It was the ultimate long shot of long shots. He rolled the dice. He took his chance. He sent you out. You guys went into the Valley of Soot and Skull. You bested first the trial of Pyrkos, the first flame. Defeated the ancient red dragon. You went into and battled singly the friends demons as they took you one by one, and one by one you bested them until you fought Phoebe the Beholder and bested her as well. Advancing further into the valley, you are now in front of what looks like a domed temple with a hole in the middle of it, almost like a stadium, a modern stadium that has a retractable roof. And as you're standing there looking at it, it was revealed that Sister Ernestine, the supposedly liege blessed cleric that you were given, was none other than Lord Homer's bard, Angel, in disguise. And furthermore, Angel, who really had no answers for you beyond, yeah, I am Angel, directed you to light a candle that had been presented after your final challenge. Upon lighting that candle, you were gifted with the man that had brought all of you, save Giddy, together, the man by the name of Reynard, who simply said he was a god. And that's where we ended our last session of Valley of Soot and Skull. And that, of course, is where we will begin this session of Valley of Soot and Skull as we look at these characters for the second to last time. Pick your favorites, everybody, because come hell or water high, you will not see them in 3 weeks. So as we drill back down, Lord Homer is before you in this strange, darkened space created by the lit candle. And he has his empty sleeve, and he awaits your questions.
So, one more time, Ray Ray. You are what?
I am what you call a god.
So the hand thing. Is it, I try to if his hand is out, I try to pass where it is. Is it invisible? Is it just not there? What's going on here?
It's gone. Your hand passes where it would be.
Okay. Just checking. Didn't know if it was like a fun party trick. Nope, seems super serious. Figured I ask.
No.
Anyone else have a question?
So what is all of this? Was it even a demon attack? Why didn't you just transport us here, Almighty One?
I cannot. This place is fortified against the divine.
Yet you got here before we did.
I'm not really here.
Greg, does Rex get any sort of familiarity with this deity?
You may make a religion check. Anybody would like to make a religion check, should you wish to. Anybody can.
Do it.
23.
Uh,
60.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's going to get a chance here to figure out who this is, as every roll has passed the DC of 15. As you're looking at Reynard now, you realize he's not wearing the exact same outfit that he had before, where he had the dark colors on, mostly the blacks and the grays. Everybody gets it. From the outside, you see that the kind of the leather vestments that he had on are open now, and beneath it there is almost a burgundy type of very fine vest. And upon the small and slight lapel of this very fine vest, there is a pin of a lute. And it is that symbol that triggers everybody's memory from whatever area of study that you've been in. Because this, if he is in fact a god, and he is representing a god, this is Oli Domara. He is